Here's your WNEM TV5 News Update.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Maggie Castraba. Here's a look now at the top stories we're following today. Essexville Hampton Board of Education trustee Gary Gordon has died. Now, he taught at Hughes and Bush Elementary Schools and later at Kramer Junior High after retiring after 27 years. He was also a 1969 graduate of Garber High School and is survived by his wife, son, and daughter. In a statement, Superintendent Davion Lewis went on to say he will miss Gordon's institutional knowledge, humor, and resilience, calling him a man of integrity who led by example. Final arrangements are still pending. On Friday, Bay City's very own Vera Gobeski received the Rosie the Riveter Congressional Medal. Now, the honor recognizes the women known as Rosies who worked on the home front during World War II. Gobeski was unable to attend the ceremony in Washington, D.C., so local organizations stepped in to present the 103-year-old with a bronze replica of the medal. Vera worked in a war factory during World War II. And if you are willing to brave the cold, all for a good cause, well, the annual Great Lakes Polar Plunge returns to Dow Diamond in Midland. The event raises money for Special Olympics in Michigan, and check-in begins at 11 a.m. and the plunge begins at 1. All right, now here's Chris with a look at your weather forecast.
And the weekend is finally here. Saturday and Sunday expected to be two pleasant days overall. Some cloud cover from time to time, but I think that will be intermixed with some sunshine, and that will allow our temperatures to stay above average again. And with light winds expected both days this weekend, we will likely not see much of a wind chill factor as well. And temperatures are slow to fall off each evening. So even if you have plans after the sun goes down Saturday and Sunday, I don't think we'll see any major cool downs that quickly. As far as your forecast goes today, zone by zone, we expect low 40s to have the best chance along our I-69 counties with those light and variable winds. The thumb will range from the mid-30s to at least a few low 40s the further inland you go. Places like Millington and Brown City potentially in the low 40s. You go a little bit further to the west around the Bay region and 127, mostly upper 30s here, but think we could get some low 40s in there with some consistent sun. And then likely as we head to the north, I think it's mostly 30s in our northwesterly zones and likely mostly 30s in some of our areas north of the Saginaw Bay too. As far as your forecast goes hour by hour today, again, there will be some cloud cover, I think, from time to time, but we do get some breaks in that for once in a while, and it seems like as we go through the day, we are dry. So even if we get more cloud cover than what is anticipated, winter can be a little stubborn that way. I still think it's a great weekend to maybe take that longer walk that you haven't been able to. Still cold, of course, but you don't have to be quite as bundled up, and you can probably tolerate it for a little bit longer. We'll likely have some cloud cover to deal with early Sunday as well, but I think a lot of that will eventually fade away into the second half of the day. So I think we'll have a fair amount of sun to wrap up the weekend as well. As far as your evening forecast goes for your Saturday night plans, expecting temperatures to slowly drop off. We'll likely have partly to mostly cloudy skies later this evening. Not expecting any wet weather. I think those 10 to 20% chances likely picking up on potentially a little bit of fog mixing in there. Sometimes the models can confuse the two. Your low temperatures as we head into Sunday morning will likely be in the 20s. So if you're up early to hit the grocery stores before everyone else, or if you have service, that is what you can expect walking out the door for the second half of the weekend. High temperatures on Sunday will have the chance to be a bit warmer too. Low to mid 40s, though some of our lakeshore zones likely could be a little bit cooler. As we head towards the middle of next week, expecting our temperatures to be roughly in the mid 40s from Monday all the way through Wednesday. Wednesday's temperature has come down a little bit because we do expect a storm system to come through as we head towards the middle of next week. I think that storm system, if it goes a little bit further to the north, I think we could end up being warmer than that number. If it goes a little bit further to the south, I could see those mid 40s at least for Wednesday starting to cool off in the data as well. It does appear that the storm system that's coming through the Great Lakes is likely to move through the state of Michigan and surrounding areas. I think the big question is, where is the snow portion of that system going to be? Where is the rain portion going to be? There is a lot of fluctuation between our models as to where that's going to go. So I would expect wet weather to be pretty likely. The complicating factor is where exactly that rain and snow or freezing rain line will be in between the snow and just the regular rain. So stay tuned as we go into next week. Longer term, going into the last third of February here, still leaning more towards above average temperatures, but it's not quite as much. And I think there is at least a possibility once we start getting to the end of February and into early March, the pattern could start to change once again. We are not done with winter temperatures by any stretch, and it looks like we'll get some 30s to return to the area late next week. We'll likely have a few rain and snow showers Thursday following our system on Wednesday, and then a better chance for more rain and snow showers following Thursday into Friday.
Remember to tune into WNEM TV5 on air and online 24/7 for the latest news, weather, and information.